Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Today I'm continuing with Inpatient, Ren and Chris Webby. The next song on my list is Me and My Monster. This is a lyric video. This premiered along with about 49,000 other songs on July 22nd. I think I was recording that day, and this was the one that was in progress, premiering while I was reacting to the one before it. Before we get started, if you would like to request a specific reaction, you can do so by clicking a donation link down in the description. Send along the information of the song you would like me to hear, and I will get it recorded right away. I also take notes while I'm reacting, so if you see me looking down, I'm just writing down a couple things to help me remember what I want to talk about. I've got my earbuds in. I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Some jazzy piano, soul piano.
I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins, so I let the monster out the cage. Something's in the water, at least that's what I blame. I can feel a monster that wants to escape, scratching on my insides. No peace from a freak of nature. Cause recently my thoughts are driving me insane, pulling me apart by the seams in my brain, crawling on my windpipe. Wake the beast, time to meet your maker. So let me get the first thing first. I was cursed since birth. I was born with Nostradamus, like prophecies, worse of fate. Pain shaped and the pain makes me not think straight. Brain checkmate, need restraint, substance two chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought. Cause it's all for morbid, more highly strong, and the soul is tortured, more
Okay, hold on.
First I was cursed since birth. I was born with Nostradamus, like prophecies, worse of fate. Pain shaped and the pain makes me not think straight. Brain checkmate, need restraint, substance two chains and a whole cage to contain the pace of my train of thought. Cause it's all for morbid, more highly strong, and the soul is tortured, more highly strong from a new supported. And the more I run, more I feel awkward, like I'm caught in the storm and I'm launched to orbit. And from dusk till dawn, as the force that forces itself to the surface, it's coming, it hurts it, it's murderous, merciless monster that's lurking. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage. Feel it in my bloodstream, rushing through my veins. Feel him as he creeps through the halls in my brain. And he's always hungry, gotta keep him fed. After years spent trying to expel him from in my head, he started under the bed till he made himself a home in the furthest depths of my psyche, to the marrow in my bones. He's that shadow that I cast, that reflection in the glass. He's that static in the silence telling me I'm not alone. In my DNA in that double helix, he lead the way and I fucking feel it's too late to make a vacate. It's chained to my fate, maybe I'm crazy or that my fucking spirit is just plain weak for letting him win. Or maybe destiny that we spend the rest of our natural lives together. Why fight each other? Cause in the end I've felt an emptiness that's following me since a kid, but he was there to claim the occupancy. A lifetime later, right back where I started, you see. Till the credits roll, still it's just my monster in me. Yeah. I don't know just why I'm like this. I've heard people around me say something's off, I'm not okay. Cause that darkness I keep bottled up is seeped into my veins. Let the monster out the cage.
That was quite an ending. The choir there at the end, that's becoming signature for some Ren beats. Okay, so the main thing I was thinking during that is finally a video that I can't quite directly relate to. I've never had a situation where I felt there was an alternate personality or monster within me. I don't think, anyway. My situation's a bit different, where, you know, I've got a brain that thinks very deeply all the time about just about everything. And that in and of itself is probably my monster. But I've never had a situation where, like, there's two sides of me where I'm one way, but if you piss me off, I'm gonna just go completely off on you. I'm gonna let that monster out of the cage. I mean, I've had moments where I've just snapped anger-wise, but that was usually brought about by an outside person, not so much repressing something within me. I certainly understand this phenomenon. I've heard about this quite a bit. I believe one of my family members has this phenomenon sometimes during some of their deepest, darkest moments. I couldn't help but think of Hiren during that. It just made me think of the theme of that, where there's self-doubt and, you know, there's this other part of you that's shooting you down constantly, you know, and it's something inside your head. But this also is kind of the same thing. And this song takes more of an approach of people observing you from the outside, saying, you know, there's something off about you. And I've certainly gotten that feeling from other people. Like, I've met many people, especially like in my bartending years. Sometimes I could just feel when something was off with somebody. And it was usually something that's like, this is giving me bad vibes. I need to make sure I keep my distance here. So maybe that's the phenomenon that they're describing, but it seems like it's yet another part of this mental struggle that both of these guys have had experience with. Another thing that came to mind listening to the music itself is there's been so much music from them and from Ren, and a lot of it just, I love how it doesn't all sound the same. You know, like there's this well-known joke about a certain rock band that's been around for a very long time. One of their original members died, and then they brought on a new one, and it seemed that a lot of their stuff kind of sounds the same, even though it's all still great. You know, I still listen to this band. Both, you know, I prefer the former version of the band. That's my favorite era of that band. But anyway, I'm rambling again. But I just noticed that over the course of this series, that the themes are similar, but the music all sounds different, which is, I don't know, is that hard to do when you're producing like a series of songs about, you know, a common theme? I imagine it would be hard to do, to make them all sound unique and different when they're all kind of themed the same. I don't know. Another amazing song by these two. Certainly every song that I listen to helps me to come to know them more and more, because they just kind of open themselves up and talk about things that most people wouldn't dream of letting out into the world. And for that, I admire them both. Thank you all so much for being here to share this with me, and I will see you on the next one.